gotta plug it, right?
Can you use sponsorship? Would be ideal. Maybe we'll work that in after my eligibility is expired.
Right down here. There we go.
Cody, what's it going to take to run against Montana?
You know, they have great linebackers, and their front seven they're outstanding. I mean, they're great players. It's going to take a solid effort by our O-line up front. You know, they got to make holes. That's what it always comes down to, the running game. The offense comes down to the O-line. I mean, if they're doing good, then they free us up to make plays. So it's all up to those guys.
You and Jordan Tripp were best friends as youngsters. What's this rivalry been like? What's the relationship been like during this rivalry?
You know, it's been awesome. We get along, and a lot of people don't understand. You know, you have the Cat Grizz rivalry, and, you know, some of the players don't like each other, but, you know, Jordan and I, we hang out. You know, we get along well in the summer. We just have the no talking policy during football season. We don't talk about football, and I think that's helped preserve a relationship over the last 5 years. So, but I mean, it's a good relationship, and we both have a lot of respect for each other and what we've been able to do on and off the field.
You ever talk to each other when you hit each other in the game?
Yeah, we do. I made a joke last year. We both got a little chuckle out of it, but then it was serious.
I mean, obviously, everybody else with people against their friends and their brothers and all that kind of stuff. Does it help you rise your level of competition a little bit when you go against somebody you know so well?
You know the whole team so well. You know, for a lot of the Montana kids, we played with a lot of these guys in the Shrine game. I played with Coyle in the Shrine game. Played with a lot of different guys on their defense. You know, either against them or with them throughout my career. Bryce Carver, we played for him a few years ago. He was a receiver. I played with him all high school, and it's just interesting. It's fun. It's close to home. I mean, obviously that's why it's such a big rivalry. Is because, you know, there's a lot of Montana kids, and, you know, it's between the two big schools in the state, and it's just, yeah. I mean, it's Cat Grizz. You know, you're always gonna bring your best game, Cat Grizz.
Cody, what's it been like for you being from Frenchtown, near Missoula, near Grizz country, to be a Bobcat, to always be a Bobcat fan since you were really little?
Well, I tell you what, it was tough during the streak. It was not easy, but I tell you what, I have a great memory of when we broke the streak. I was at home, and man, my cousins came over, just so excited, just so happy, and, you know, the Missoulians' title that day was Snow Joke. The next day, that Sunday, and I was hanging out in my room for like 3 years. It's just awesome to be able to come back and be able to play in it. It's a privilege. I mean, it's such a cool game, and it's such a storied tradition. I mean, it's awesome.
Has your career gone the way you planned it to be here for so long, had such great success here in Bozeman? Has your kind of career path gone the way you thought it would, essentially?
I mean, I really had no idea what was going to happen. You know, I was just a lowly kid out of Frenchtown. I didn't know. Coach Ash didn't know. We didn't really know what was going to happen with me. You can never tell, and, you know, you have injuries, you have all that type of stuff. Unfortunately, I've been able to get through that, and sometimes you got to have a little bit of luck, and I think I've had a little luck along the way.
Can you kind of relate to Brock Cole being the Bozeman guy, going over to the Grizz, and you being near Grizz country and coming over here to Bozeman playing for Montana State?
You know, it's interesting. You just have the people in Missoula who are they're Grizz fans, but they're Cody Kirk fans. They support me, and they, you know, because I've done a lot with them. I've been a lot with the community, and I'm sure Brock has the same thing going over here. You know, he's a Bozeman kid, but they still support him. Maybe not the team, hopefully, but, you know, they support him. And, you know, hopefully, along the way, I've been able to convert a few Grizz fans into Cat fans. It's kind of what my thing is. I was down in Frenchtown a few weeks ago. During our bye week, I went to school, and hopefully I made a few conversions that week. It's like a mission.
That's great.
I know you played a lot of downs of football with some of these guys, especially Brad, Tanner, Daenerys. I mean, the last Cat Grizz, can you put that into words? Can you comprehend that this is the last time with these guys?
Oh, man, you know what? I love these guys. I love Daenerys, man. We've been through so much. Tanner, shoot, D and I have been on Tanner, I myself. I mean, we've been on scout team since we were red shirts, man. I tell you what, it's crazy. It's awesome. And then Brad Daly's had a ride of a career. I mean, he took his sabbatical for a year, and it's just awesome to play with these guys. You know, Craig Ashworth. You just have so many people that we've been together with, you know, for 5 years, and you just develop a bond that we'll never, you know, you never forget about. And it's incredible. And I love those guys to death. They're my brothers, and, you know, we've been through so much together. We cried together, we've laughed together, we've sweat together, we've yelled at each other, we've gotten in fights, but you know, they're my brothers.
What is it for you as a senior? What does it mean to you to be able to host this game your senior year?
It's awesome. Should we have won here since, what was the last time we won here? Anybody know?
05.
05. See, you guys have that quick. Yeah, it's been since 05, and it'd be huge for us to win here and keep that trophy here. And that's obviously that's our goal, and that's what we want to do. But it's also it's playoff time. We gotta win. We gotta win if we want to keep playing. I don't want to be done playing football, and so I know none of us do. So we gotta win. We got to keep playing.
Cody, how's your knee?
I don't know what you're talking about with my knee. How's my body? It's okay.
Cody, I know you've been coming to the stadium for a long time. I know you probably don't recognize it now when you're in the heat of battle, but when you hear that first down Bobcats call, is that something that's kind of symbolizes the stadium for you?
That's always get a kick out of there. We always get a joke about that and have a good laugh about that. But you love it, and it's awesome to be able to walk out and as you're kind of winding down, you get a chance to cherish the little moments. And just kind of walking out of the stadium, and you see that end zone down there just filled, and you see the whole crowd and under the lights, last week, and it's such a cool atmosphere. And it's so crazy to think about when I was down here in 5th grade, 6th grade, on the sidelines with my uncle watching the game, and it was how the environment's changed in the last 10 years and how it's even changed in the last 5 years. It's incredible.
You touched on it a little, but can there be too much overhype to this week's game? I mean, it's the rivalry game. And, with what you guys have done the last 2-3 weeks, it's kind of you're fighting for your playoff lives. How do you balance that out?
Well, it's the media that hypes everything. As far as for us, we're concerned, it's pretty much the same mentality. It's a must-win mentality. But I think hype is something that's driven by the media so much more or less than us.
All right, thanks, Cody.
Yep.